Okay, we are, well, back at the parrot. So, now, we have to guess. Now, I don't know, man. There's only two things I could think. It's literally there's only two things. Either it's because it's the name Polly, or because the name. Well, I've saved it already over here, so present this. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow. It clearly, contradicts the, I thought. Nope, punished. Yeah, okay, sure, whatever. What do I care? At this point, I barely even know what to do. There's barely anything I can do here. It's not it either, I bet. I know, Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. What does? No, it doesn't. Huh? Really? Oh, no. Dude, what am I doing here? Seriously, what am I doing here? With this goddamn bird. Try to get some information out of her. We need to show her the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. What proof do I have of this even? Seriously, no, seriously. What do I have here that proves? That's not what I meant to do at all, actually. Jesus Christ. I actually did not mean to do that. Not at all. That was an accident, actually. Well, he's guilty. He's guilty. That was not what I meant to do at all. I actually accidentally pressed Y. Yes, I know. Blah, 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 blah. Damn my slippery fingers. Well, at least I can continue from there. From save point. I thought the save point expired at some point. I have to prove somehow that there must be something I'm missing here. Something I don't understand about this bird. How do I even prove anything here? Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot. Well, I guess we should... I don't know what to do here. I really don't. No, I really don't know what to do with this parrot thing now. I mean, I can press all I want. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect... testify. What should I say? Okay, oh! What's the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number on the safe of the shack? 1228. 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Huh. Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? What was in the safe again? The DL-6 case file, wasn't it? Or was it the bullet? Was it the DL-6 case file, I think? No. What was in the safe again? I wish I remembered. What was in the safe? It wasn't that. It wasn't a DL-6 bullet. It was... No, seriously, I actually forgot what was in it. God damn it. Okay, hold on. What was this? Still taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. Photograph of the scene of the murder. Retrieved from records room. Records room. Hold on. Wait, what was in the safe? There's nothing here from the safe. Okay, wait, hold on. What is my answer? I actually don't know. Everything here was from the records room. Parrot retrieved from caretaker's shack. The parrot? It's the only thing. Admittedly, I didn't think you had anything to show us. And now I see I'm right. How could a safe number reveal someone's identity? Uh-oh. I think that was the wrong thing to show them. Humph. Hope you're happy now, Mr. Wright. The witness may continue her testimony. Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah. I had nothing to prove. What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name? Polly, what's your name? Polly, Squawk? Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Of course it does, I think. Yes, it does. Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, to prove that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is, well, this time I can only think of one thing. Would it be this one? Because if I check... Here. No clue. If we look at this case file, Polly Jenkins commits suicide, which was the wife. Let's try that. The DL-6 case file? That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name? Case... Victim date. Hold on here. Court records. At least they let me check. Because I forgot. Victim data. Suspect data. Suspect data. Alright, now I'm getting somewhere. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly? Exactly, Your Honor. He remembered the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. I knew that was going to happen. Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Alone is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting close. One more. We could just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Very well, witness. You may continue. One more piece of evidence. Okay. I need one more piece of evidence. So, I know I have to do something here, or are we forgetting something? I know this was wiped. I know this is wiped. I just rechecking it. The safe has to have something to do with it then. We know that this was wiped from the memory. Yes, I remember that. Yeah, I just wanted to retry it. I just wanted to retry it. It has to be the safe, but how do I connect the safe? What was in the safe? It was the letter. God damn it, I don't have anything. It has to be this. What's the safe number? Or is it what's your name? I don't see anything about the safe number. Actually, it does. I mean, I don't lose any points on this. I mean, here they're asking for proof. I don't... Ah, man, what would be the proof? Is there any number here that correlates to 1288? Okay, elevator district court. Okay, yes. Okay, yes. Okay, yes. That has nothing to do with anything, I don't think. This photo, check. No, there's no 1288 here. There's nothing to check there. Makes a noise when a metallic object is near. Useful detection device. Okay. Alright. No. Exhibit 8 is written on the back. I don't think the save has anything to do with anything when I think about it. I have nothing. I can present it. I don't think it has anything to do with anything. The DL-6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright? Where in this file is something related to the safe number? I don't think there is anything that relates to the goddamn safe number. I'm just trying anything here. 12/28/2001, Elevator District Court. Air in the elevator was auctioned to plea at the time of the incident. No clues found at the scene. Defense attorney trapped in an elevator running from a lost trial with son Miles, age 6. One bullet found in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Court bailiff trapped with Edgeworth's memory lost due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiancee Paula Jenkins committed suicide. Suspect data. It's really the only thing I could think of. It all has to go with the suspect data, I'd say. Because this has nothing to do with it. But here, no. Defense attorney. Defense. Okay, hold on. What is it? Elevator District Court. Air in elevator was. Okay, case summary. Victim data. Suspect data. Okay, this is the victim. Can I say victim data? It's on the victim data page. Mr. Wright? This file is from a case 15 years ago. I don't see anything about a safe in here at all. I believe this is another one of Mr. Wright's bluffs. Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. Well, I don't lose points here at least. This is definitely the hardest trial that I've had so far. Okay, what's your name? Does it still have to do with the name? What's your name? Polly, right? I think it's okay. Of course. Let's try something out here. The only thing I can think of is the fact that Polly, I don't know, Parrot found it to present that. That's the only thing I have. No, Mr. Wright. I'd hoped you would have learned this by now. Making random guesses here is a waste of your court time. Uh-oh, wrong again. That is all. Witness, continue testimony. God damn, I've got nothing on this bird. I need to establish something here. Is there anything to do with the safe? The name has nothing to do with anything. Have we forgotten something has not... Oh my god. How am I going to... Unless it has to do with the DL-6 case file still. Safe number. Because this is the only other thing we can get the parrot to say. There's nothing else here that relates to it, I don't think. But nothing here relates to a safe. I didn't get anything from a safe. It's not here. Because the thing I got was the goddamn letter that was obviously destroyed. Take that! Let's see. God damn it, man. This case annoys me with the parrot. Elevator District Court. Airliners auctioned to plea at time of the incident. No clues found on the scene. Trapped with the Edgeworths. Memory lost due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiancee Paula Jenkins committed suicide. What did I guess before? It wasn't a suspect, was it? I think I tried victim. I don't... It's on the suspect data page. Mr. Wright. This is false. Yeah, I know. I am not losing anything from attempting these, but I am so in a place I don't know where I'm going. I really don't know where I'm going with this. Okay, let's retry this on yet. See, the only thing so far I've been able to prove... Okay, I'm going to do this one again. Because I just want to see it. You know, yes. Okay. It's not really that large of a file. Okay, we said it's the suspect one. Okay, Wright was arrested. Found to be suicide. Polly, thank your honor. That's why he named his parrot after her. Okay. Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence. What am I looking for exactly? It's so confusing. I don't have much else to establish that. The safe number has to have something here. It has to. But what? It has to have something here. I just got to figure out what it is. I'm pretty sure. The fact that they're asking for evidence must mean something. I can't do anything else. That means nothing, obviously. Nothing to check there. I found the victim's body. The ballistic markings matched the murder weapon's barrel. 22 caliber fire 3 times. Bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. Makes noise when it's near. Okay, hold on. I don't think this has anything to do with anything. The erstwhile companion of the boat shop caretaker answers to the name Polly. Following the DL-6 incident. Photograph of the scene of the murder. Touch and check the view. I mean, I wish there was something here I could use. Taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart, still bears clear ballistic... Oh my god. All from the records room. I don't have anything. I wish there was something from this thing I could use. 12/28/2001. It has nothing. I don't have anything with the safe. He destroyed my evidence. And I can't think of anything else to do with the name. How else, other than the fact that I have, this is my only evidence I have left. Type other, retrieved at the caretaker's shack. I mean, we found this thing at the freaking, what else am I supposed to do? I mean, I can just present anything at this point. I don't lose anything anyway. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know. There's only one other thing I could think of, then. It's the only thing I haven't tried yet. And I've been avoiding it because I don't think it's going to do anything. With the name again. What's your name? Okay. Of course. I've been avoiding this one because I feel like it doesn't make sense. But at the same time, I don't have anything else. Did I try this already? Because I literally have nothing else. Nope, it isn't. I think I probably tried it. There's nothing else anywhere. I have no other evidence to link. Where am I finding this anyway? It's something here. It's not DL-6, and it can't be the name. It has to have something to do with the safe. I'm sure of it. I just can't figure out what it is. Because I'm looking through all my evidence, and I don't have much. The only things I have are things involving the DL-6 incident and the bird. But the problem is, the bullet doesn't make any sense. DL-6 bullet, that has nothing to do with anything. The photograph has nothing to do with anything. This file here, I don't see anything at all. Other than the fact that he has no memory. Like, that's the only thing I could think of, is the reason why he would need the parrot. The way he's connected to the safe is because he needs to remember the... I'll try it. I don't have much to go on, though. The case summary? It's not that. I know the file is from 15 years ago, but it does relate to why the parrot it would be related.
Take that.
Summary? It's off. It's on the the case summary. Specifically, the date on which the DL-6 incident occurred. Oh shit! I was looking at the date. I was thinking like, there's gotta be something. The date of the incident, December 28th. I'm sorry it took me that long. I'll cut that stuff out. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah, he used the date of the DL-6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Bah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number one. That's bullshit. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence. That's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Oh my god, this is probably the most annoying case I've done so far. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No. No, it's okay. Hmm? Oh shit. Hi, I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. I don't know what voice to give him right now. I ain't give him the same one, but a little, I don't know. Order! Order! Yanni Yogi? So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. This is the same as the judge. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial. I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. There, that's the voice I'll give him. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admitted I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma? Where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? Is this trial over? There are very few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case, so I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. I'm waiting. Guilty. Okay. That is all. The court is adjourned. It's done? The deal's... Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, that means... No. Edgeworth! Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yaniogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL-6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? Raise the objection. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I have had a reoccurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know. It wasn't a dream. Yaniogi wasn't a killer. You mean, in the instant where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL-6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess to my guilt. I am guilty for DL-6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me, pointing over there. Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial. Right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. Oh, God. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I'll consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. Defendant lobby. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, pal. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy. Just crazy. Nick? What are you doing? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Is it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. To be continued? Oh boy. Courtroom? No, we're going straight into it. Then I would like to resume our trial. Judge. Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL-6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state the name and his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? Can you commit a child of a crime of murder for an unintentional thing even? Isn't there laws against that? I don't know Japanese law or anything, but this has got to be something else. It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That would be the key, but only if I can get it to work. A shot fired twice? Please, please. It's the only thing I could think of. The DL-6 incident. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. Bah! The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Sorry about that. I don't even have water here. That sucks. I finished before recording. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's... Let's just press everything. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Hey, don't we also have to... Mr. Von Karma? You were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. Are we trying to prove Karma guilty of anything? So, there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator? Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed and no one came to help, my father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then, just then, something heavy fell at my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up? What happened next? I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So, you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was, in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. This is where I want to present something, though, because if we look at the case file, I guess. We check it. Let's see. The murder weapon was the victim data. Let's present this. Yes. Are you sure you only heard 1 gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. But that doesn't make sense. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us on which page it's on. Which page contradicts Mount Edgeworth's testimony? It's the victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard 1 gunshot. Yet, the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, This incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. Don't you do that to me. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? Yes? I don't know. Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof. Actually, wait. What? Impossible. Wait a minute. I know. No, Mr. Von Karma. Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second fire of the pistol is related to this incident? I would think it's the bullet. Let's see here. What do you say about the bullet? Take it from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. Let's present that. Mr. Wright? Please think how we feel having to look at this evidence time and time again. Every time you show us ridiculous evidence, I feel, well, mocked. I mean, I don't really have any harm by it, Your Honor. Not meaning any harm, and not doing any harm are two different things, Mr. Wright. Try... Wait, what the hell? Do I have any evidence? Do I? Actually, I don't know. What? Photograph, touch and check. What can I check? Hey, wait a minute. I just noticed. Oh! The glass! Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So, let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. Yeah, sure. This one's easy, actually. It's kind of hard to see, though. Alright. Present the goddamn thing. That should be obvious. The contradiction is here. I see. A bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet, there was also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. I didn't really think about it when I saw that. I was like, oh yeah, broken glass. Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. It was him, wasn't it? That's why he went on vacation. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL-6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Case summary. That's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue is found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That's where the bullet's going to come in. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. A bullet? Something other than a bullet. Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Gah! How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick. the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think that it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick.
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So, you killed your father, though that was not your intention?
Yes, I did. Oh no! He's confessing!
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right, now.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright?
I have an objection.
Objection!
Your Honor. Your Honor, I object.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object,
Oof. Nick? I don't know. His case is perfect. Oh no. Gah! It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must... Whoa! Shit, but where? Someone took it.
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It exists.
What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. I was pressing the B button by accident, so I skipped a bit of text. Hopefully not too much. It's just that someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer.
The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer?
I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal took the second bullet, why would he?
Huh?
First of all, how would he have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet?
The murderer had to find it. Of course there was a need. That's why he took it.
Bah! What possible reason could he have had?
Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with him is the bullet would be proof. Maybe he thought that the bullet would be used as proof.
Proof?
It was a special bullet, so he took... That's not bad. Really?
If that was the case, then he would have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well.
Huh?
Why would he only take one of the 2 shots fired?
Oh, right.
Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to penalize you.
This isn't going well. Find them. He had to find it because he was being cautious. The murderer didn't need it. What does that even mean? The murderer had to find it. Of course there was need. Okay. He was being cautious? Well, the murderer was a very cautious sort, you see. That's why the murderer had to search for that bullet.
If that was the case, then he would have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well.
Huh?
Why would he only take one of the 2 shots fired?
Alright. Oh, dang nabbit. I'm getting there. It's just... I'm getting there. It's just, it's so convoluted and complicated. And I don't have a save. So I gotta start at the beginning of this trial part. Okay, I'm back here, and I create a save point because I consider this part is completely separate from the other trial. I usually don't save it in the middle of a trial unless I am either really stuck or I have to end. So, the murderer didn't need it. Because I already tried here, so it has to be this one now. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Bah, the murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
He had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention on taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet. That is some round-ass backwards reasoning. The only reason I couldn't answer that he had to take it was because I didn't he didn't need to, but he had to.
Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Well, for instance. For instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer?
The bullet hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? That is thinking crazy. Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer himself was shot? And he left with the second bullet still inside? Thus leaving only one bullet to steer the crime?
Yes. I guess that's how it would work. Yes. Okay, come on. That is... How am I supposed to assume that that's what would happen?
But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator. Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi were both unharmed. So that would mean...
the murder came from outside. Yes. Now, you have to admit, that one was the stupidest conclusion you had to jump to. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges it, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then, the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I have ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
You have the bullet in you, don't you?
What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick.
Huh?
I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? We know it's him then.
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's ever taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL-6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh, man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Oh, God, you're giving me a freaking choice. Save it for a better time. There is no better time. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking.
What?
Von Karma.
Von Karma?
He's smiling about it.
You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? Sitting right there?
Bah!
You don't object?
I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating.
Prove it.
I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify.
Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use.
Edgeworth!
I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Metal detector! Are we seriously going to that direction? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot?
Show evidence. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much.
What?
The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is the metal detector. Let's get that. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean...
I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma.
Is that even possible for all these years?
Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Oh, look at him now.
I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means... You acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? Order! Order! Order!
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end this right here, right now.
Enough! I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Oh, we got beeps. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet? Mr. Von Karma? You. It was you.
I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there was a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL-6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL-6.
Oh yeah? Well, we just gotta match it to the gun, don't we?
But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove?
I have no obligation to prove anything. It is you who must prove something here, Mr. Wright. Not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL-6?
Of course he can't. We don't have any of the DL-6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday.
With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime.
So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
You were close. One day away from freedom. You see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would have dug your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL-6 incident. This is where that... And here's my final proof. It has to be this one. We haven't had this yet. DL-6 bullet. It's gotta be that.
That's... a bullet? Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL-6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial, 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate.
We have to mismatch the bullets then, right? We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun, the very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Actually, wouldn't they have to be different because he had a different... Oh, no, he picked up the same gun. I'm sorry. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. That's quite a scream. Help! I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. Bang. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed.
Mr. Von Karma?
Edgeworth! Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me. So, it was you. You and your holy shit! You and your father are my curse! Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death! Death! Okay, he went wacko there. 15 years earlier. Mr. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out in the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, and nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain. A horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all laying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. That was from the boat. You took that. You couldn't even create another bullet shot. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. So, Misty was wrong. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge?
What?
What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it.
Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Von Karma is guilty, though, so he can be tried. That is all. The court is adjourned. Well, I figured it out in the end. I mean, it took a while. Oh boy. I still have one more try. Where can it go from here?
Nick! Nick! We did it! Did you see his face? Von Carver looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears in the whole time, myself. But now, it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right? Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Oof. Sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. Dear. Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see. Whoop. Oh, God. I feel foolish.
Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all! Lotta? Y'all are great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats.
Thank y'all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones. Speaking of which, what are you doing here now, Lotta? Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park?
Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over.
Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now?
Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world.
You don't look sick.
It's Kianse. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind.
Larry.
Yo, Edgy, there you are.
Yes, here I am.
Congrats, Edgy.
Here, a little gift from me in celebration.
Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Butts, you've come along tonight too. My treat, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal.
Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick, that's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right?
I think I'll be fine, Larry.
Right.
Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it.
Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right?
Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick? Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38. No. No! Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, Wright? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored. He came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right? You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, Wright? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, I'd call you a goody two-shoes to the extreme. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I had known, I'd become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. The thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch right? Hey, y'all! Line up! I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time! Let's go! And, after that, dinner on me! Let's get that photo of them! Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom. Although, Edgeworth was still in detention. I guess he wasn't allowed out till the next day. December 29th, 5:02 a.m. Right in company law offices. It's dark. Whoa! I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Oh no. Goodbye? What time is it? Gah! The first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station! No, we gotta stop Maya! I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya? She couldn't do it. So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Oh! Hold it. Wait! What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped me and Mr. Grossberg and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Shoma has some evidence to cheer her up. Wasn't it the bullet that she, It was the bullet that she grabbed. A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL-6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. I have to be able to see her in the next trial. So, bye. Bye. There's tears of joy or sadness. I don't know. Thanks, Nick. We still have a trial to do. You can't leave me. The game's not over. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Wait a minute. Huh. Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh. I got a bad feeling about this. This is a cutscene. Wait, no, there's a trial left, isn't there? No. There's a trial left. Right? Hey, pal. Mr. Richard came down to the press and to wish me a Happy New Year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop. Detective Gumshoe. Whoa. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. I guess he didn't feel right about doing that. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? I'm sure it's not done yet. There's still more. Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who? Me? I've been working at the cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap... Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now. Yeah. He never learns. The butts smells. As always. Is there another trial? Or else I would have named it finale. Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. No, not to ring my own bell. I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. I don't even remember what voice I gave him. We're talking to everyone here? The game's not done. There's a goddamn another trial. I didn't do all the trials, did I? Did I finish the game? Phoenix Wright? Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for. Yes. Oh, you should know. I've taken over management at the Great Water Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Okay, I sure will. Does Nick Phoenix Wright get a free stay? Does he? Come on, he should. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Ah, yes. Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. I don't know why I gave that voice. It's a strange voice, I must admit. Oh, God. Phoenix Wright? He is an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that there... shut up. Yes, you can. It wasn't the Phoenix, Phoenix, what's his name? Something Phoenix? Oh, I don't know his name. He's a famous actor, and I don't know his name even. I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know. Because I'm almost a hairy ape. God, I didn't know I'd have to redo all the voices. What is he doing these days? Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. Sounds like she caught a cold staying under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living in at anyway? Are we sure it's done? Oh, I really don't believe it. Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I stuck into the studio the other day. And I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess suit. What a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. Oh, well, we know who it is. It's Will Powers. Lotta. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Huh? Me? I've been trained to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them there's a ghost. Oh, I know. For real? Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. It was Mia. Obviously. We're gonna see it at the end, aren't we? Was this really the last I didn't think this was the last trial. I thought this was the second to last. Did I make a confusion? Yeah, look, there's Mia. Victory. Where'd you get that sign? So is Mia just going to be completely in the background all the time? Every game? To come save the day? I swear. Yes. Are you sure I was done? Maybe I made a miscalculation. Yeah, look. Rise from the Ashes. What is Rise from the Ashes? It is another episode. I'm not done yet. But it's too late to do that right now. I have work tomorrow, so I have to end it here. Thanks for watching along with me and, well, you know, tolerating my dumbness sometimes, I guess. We'll do this next time. So until then, so long.